Good morning everyone. This is the new BMW, the M340i. It costs about 70 lakh rupees and we'll find out if it's a good buyer's choice. Good car to buy.
We've taken you out of TV, now we need to take the TV out of you. This is a YouTube video. Just spice it up, man.
It's still a review, right?
But it's a YouTube video.
Why are you wearing shorts?
It's a YouTube video.
Fine, I'll spice things up.
Yeah.
Minutes later.
Now I've been lucky enough to change my passion into my profession. And what I have, actually, a very nice car for you, is in the form of the M340i facelift from the house of BMW. Now I've spent time with the car and I really like it. And I'm going to tell you every little millimeter detail about the car, every little thing you need to know about in this in-depth.
Manav, what is this again TV review? This is YouTube video, man. Spice it up.
Fine. So, what I have for you is 20 reasons why you should buy this car and one reason.
Who will stand here and listen to your 20 reasons, man? Bring them down.
So here are 10 reasons why you should buy this car and one.
Then bring the reasons down.
Okay. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy the M340i and 2 reasons why maybe you should not. Okay, that's okay. Let's get to it.
Foreign cars, I make rich shit.
On take my body in glitter. Platform sneakers, all the boys want a picture. Foreign cars, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home with ya.
So point number 1, which may not be the most important amongst all the points that I'm going to make because of the tremendous pressure that I am under, but still, it's a cool one. For example, the centered logo that you see here on the wheel, of course when the car is stationary, you can spin it around. But the good part is, eventually, it will stop and center itself. And it becomes really cool when you're driving the car because whenever you're in motion, whenever anybody looks at your car being driven with its fancy sound and everything, the BMW logo always stays right side up.
On. Foreign cars, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home.
And now it's time for point number 2, the grille. As you can see, it has these vents inside there and as of now they are closed. You see, BMW is smart and so is the grille because right now it's closed in order to aid with efficiency. So when the engine temperature and the engine bay temperature is not high enough, this can remain closed, aiding better aerodynamics, lesser wind resistance and eventually better fuel economy. However, if you were to drive this hard and heat up the engine bay, these fins of the grille will open up for better airflow inside the engine bay and for better cooling, which I may now demonstrate with the help of my beloved producer.
Take my umbrella.
Yes, who has offered the kind service of heating up the car for us. I hope there's water to drink. I know when he'll be back. Oh, he's back. Thank God. I didn't know my producer was this fast. There it is. Hear that. Yes. So as you can see, the car has been driven hard. And as you can see right here, the vents of the grille have opened up. Now, with that, before we move to point number 3, I'm going to return the umbrella and take you to the next one.
Can I have my umbrella, please?
Yeah, thank you. Now that I finally got to sit in the car, it's time for point number 3, which is the fact that you get multiple cars packed into one. You see, the 340i variant is essentially a sportier, faster version of the regular BMW 3 Series sedan, and that in itself is a very good starting point because that is a premium luxury car. So you've got everything that feels nice, fit and finish, touch and feel, build quality, everything is top notch. There is ample amount of space, you're comfortable, and you have the goodies required to make it a luxury, comfortable car. However, you also have to remember that this car gets 3 driving modes. Now, that's of course not anything special because several cars get driving modes, but driving modes in the 340i variant actually make a lot of difference. So, if you put it in Eco Pro, you get a experience similar to the BMW 3 Series sedan. Slightly stiffer ride, but you get the idea. You get a calm, sedated car experience, which is giving you that comfort with little less noise and little less drama. However, if you go past comfort mode into the sport mode, what you get is the full package. Loud exhaust, good performance, snappy gearbox, heavier steering wheel, faster response time, everything is amped up to 11. So while you're out there in city roads, you don't have to be a crazy guy sitting and going all the time. You can have a calm experience. Or if you are someone who likes to sit in the back, sometimes during those office commutes, this is a good car to have for that too. However, when you're driving it, maybe in the weekend, you get a proper, fast, fun car experience. And now let's shift to point number 4. You see, the 3 Series facelift brings with itself this new screen setup, and I have to say, this is genuinely top notch. Maybe, hands down, the best infotainment experience you can have in this side of the 1 crore rupee price tag. Because this is coming straight from even more expensive BMW cars, because this is the new infotainment setup that all latest BMW cars are getting, so it gets the latest generation of everything. What you have here in front of you is this massive 14.9-inch curved touchscreen infotainment system, and as you can see, it's genuinely fantastic. The touch response is amazing, the graphics, the colors, the animations, everything is top notch. But here's what makes it better. Of course, it comes with Bluetooth, and also what it comes with is wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay integration. So you simply turn that on, and what you have here is, in my case, an iPad-like experience, and if you're an Android user, what you get is an Android tablet-like experience. Of course, the best part, the best usage that I found was to turn this entire piece of real estate into navigation, and that is really helpful. What's next to it is the 12.3-inch instrument cluster, all digital. Again, crisp graphics, multiple drive modes, bring multiple display designs and color combinations. And that digital instrument cluster combined with the infotainment system housed in this curved panel gives the car a very futuristic look. I say this is the best 3 Series experience you can have till date. And now, since the producer is on the other side of the car, time for point 4.5. Now, with the facelift, BMW is giving 19-inch wheels as standard, as you can see here, as opposed to the 18-inch wheels on the outgoing 340i. Bigger wheels are always cool. Now, even more quickly, time for point 4.75. You see, there is an actual rear seat experience to be had in the 340i because, as you can see, there's enough space on offer, and for reference, I am 5'10" and the front seat has been set as per my height. It's a comfortable place to be in. This gives you the big boss vibes. it is a nice rear seat experience. Now very quickly, point number 4.99, you see this car is assembled in India. So it has an aggressive price tag of just about 70 lakh rupees ex-showroom, making it very affordable given the kind of performance that it has. And that of
Manav?
course means,
Where did you learn to count? What is this 4.99?
I mean, I had to, there's too many stuff.
Just wrap up the video quickly, man. It's getting hot.
Did your umbrella change?
It's a YouTube video.
Fine, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for point number 5, and that has to be the most obvious one really. It has to be performance. But before I tell you why I like the performance, I have to talk something about performance cars, and that will give you a perspective as to why I like this car so much. You see, of course there are faster cars that money can buy, and of course they cost more money too. And having driven those faster cars, the amount of speed that you can attain in almost your everyday driving conditions, there's a limit. You can only go so much faster. And at that point, those faster, more expensive cars aren't as engaging as the M340i is. For example, the BMW M3, sure, it's faster, it's much more engaging and everything. But with this car, you feel like you're closer to the edge of this car's performance and your own in your everyday driving conditions, making everything just so much nicer. Of course, there's plenty packing under the hood. There's an inline 6 engine that really rocks to its side if you were to rev this car at idle, and well over 350 horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque. With the facelift, there's a mild hybrid 48 volt system on board as well, which gives it a small boost in acceleration, and it also gets the X-Drive all-wheel drive system with a rear bias for power transfer. It's got the goods, but it really depends on how you like driving it. And as for driving, I'm going to take a small while more to explain this. It's how happy it is and how engaging it is and how focused it is to make you feel special. With the facelift, the sound experience of the exhaust has become so much better. The car truly has become a better driver's car in many ways. And I think for all of that, the M340i is really special. And if you ever forget that, just put it in sport mode, go down a couple of gears, and go for it. Well, now it's time for 2 things that I don't like about the car. Well, do I really have to do 2 things?
Yes, Manav. You have to tell 2 things that you don't like.
Well, I quite like the car. So yes, it has an M badge on it. It doesn't stand for Manav. I don't know what BMW was thinking. Strange. But let me tell you point number 2. It's an important one. Well, now that I really have to mention a thing I don't like about the car, well, let's go for a drive and let's get away from my beloved producer. Right. The thing is, you want a good car, right? You want a car that's calm and sedate and gels in and doesn't really stand out and still somehow makes a statement on the road, and it's a good boy car. This, the M340i, it's a bad car. You see, I'm saying it's a bad car, so it's a bad car. It goes fast, it doesn't behave itself well, it communicates but very angrily. It's a bad car. It likes to drink fuel sometimes when you're giving it a hard time. The driving dynamics are spot on, and you're like a sleeper. You can take people by surprise. They don't expect such kind of performance, and here you are going so fast with such a nice exhaust sound. It's a bad car, right? I think if I really have to sum up the M340i, well, summing up is not that problematic. It's one of the easier cars I've had to review because, and let me take this off for added drama, as YouTube likes it, this is a bad car.